Hello YouTube Pipers, Double O Pipe here, aka Rick. I'm gonna smoke this pipe, the Medico Ebony it's called. And I'm thinking that Paladin sent this to me. And I'm stuffing in this concoction that I put together. And if I've done it right, the name of it should appear prior to me my face jumping out at you and starting to talk. And I called it Clyde's Neff's Mess Blend. Which I still think is tasty. And mild enough for a codger. Get myself settled here. Cheers. Whew. I've been trying all week to get this. I just don't have. I don't have the finesse I once had with a pencil. So I'm gonna have to keep at it. But I've decided I'm going to send this package on Thursday or Friday, whether I have completed that caricature or not. So there. Waiting so long, I did find a better box, and I think I'm going to use that. So I guess the wait had a good outcome. I decided to jump on here because I saw Paladin Piper had made his "It's the End of the Road" post. And so maybe next time when I make another one of these, I'll have my brand new pipe that I bought a month ago. And I think I bought a tin of tobacco with it. I can't remember now, but I think I did. And I'll try that on top of it. Or in the bowl. I really don't have a whole lot to say. Had some beautiful days here. I haven't been taking advantage of them like I should. And I wish that Hunter was a dog that would go outside with me. My other dogs, when I went out, they would go out with me. And whatever I was doing in the yard, one of them would help me every time. Sometimes it doubled the work, but it didn't matter because she was helping. But poor old Hunter just hates being outside. Just hates it. And I don't want to try and force him to do anything because I'm sure that that adds to his anxieties. And I said I would not do that. I would give him the easiest life he could have for as long as he has. And that easy life has turned out to be eating and sleeping. So I get special treats for him, and now I see that I have added onto his weight far more than he needs it added. So I'm gonna have to cut back on one of those things he loves, eating. I hate to do that because he doesn't seem to enjoy much more than that. Anyway, I know when we go to the vet, that's the first thing she's going to tell me. You got to put this dog on a diet. And I don't think my saying, well, the only thing he really enjoys is eating and sleeping, I don't think that's going to go over big. Anyway. First thing I remember about going out into the world with Clyde, I was about 5, and of course he was about 9, and I couldn't have been over here very long because we came over here when I was 4, and just 2 months after that I became 5. But it was summer, and we were walking around barefoot. I don't think I ever did that in England because I'm sure it was too cold, and I'm sure my grandparents would have said no to that. But we walked into a little mom and pop gas station, had like one pump out front, and inside it was things you needed for a car and snacks and such. And we were walking up in the terrace. This had to be 1950. I remember walking up in the terrace, walking past the big old Baptist church over here on the right. And on the left was a small Piggly Wiggly, just big enough for the neighborhood. I'm not sure when Piggly Wiggly established its first store, but that was, as far as I know, being a child, that was the first Piggly Wiggly we had, and it was right there in the center of our community, which was called Riverland Terrace. And we walked into the gas station, and there was a counter on the right, and we walked over there, and I picked up a bag of potato chips because I had just learned about potato chips, and put it on the counter with my dime. I was waiting there to pay for it, and Clyde was at the other door saying, "Come on, we got to go." I said, "I got to pay for this." So he walked up to me. He said, "Ricky, there's nobody here. I don't know where he is, but he's not here. Put your dime in your pocket, grab that bag, and let's go." So I put my dime in my pocket, grabbed my bag of potato chips, and walked out the back door with him. Of course, I had to share them with him. First time I ever stole anything, I was 5 years old. Oh, me. I remember that road was hot walking along. We must have had some tough feet because I've tried that since, and wow, that road gets just boiling hot. You could fry an egg on it, as they say. Clyde had a lot to do with forming my personality in the beginning, even up into my teen years. So he was a big influence on me. That's why I've talked about him so much over the past couple of years. Well, didn't have much to say other than to smoke, since it's over, smoke my last pipe with you guys for the Codger challenge. To mention the name that I decided to call my blend. I wrote all that on Paladin Piper's last video, the one where he tells us it's all over and asks us to put the name of our blend and what we have in it, and I've put that down under his video. So if you're interested in what the blend contains, it's all there. Like I say, for me, this is a great Codger blend because it's easy on the tongue. It's got all kinds of flavors in it, though I couldn't name them if I wanted to. And it smokes pretty good. So I might be smoking this for a while. I'll try this other one. Like I say, I think I bought that tin of tobacco, and I'm going to try that. But I kind of like this. I don't know that I'll ever mix it again because I'll never buy all those things again. I've got a couple of the ingredients that are a staple over here. But the rest of them were pretty much little tins I had around. I just threw them all in, everything but the kitchen sink. But I like it. I'll have to send some to Paladin Piper and see if he can get the tastes of the things amongst the jumble. I'm sure he can. But there we are. This is the 29th. Tomorrow's the 30th, which is actually the last day of the month. So I'm surprised he's saying that today is the end of it. So, but I've been rotating my 4 pipes, smoking the same blend. I haven't made as many videos as I meant to, but I've kept my portion of the challenge. Wishing everybody a good day. Thanks for taking the time to watch and have a pipe with me. And until the next time, God bless you until then.